And welcome to Underground Horror Radio here on YouTube, also on podbean.com and Facebook, and working on a website and Instagram. It is Justin Mcpatches, hence the patches. Anyway, so The Predator just came out yesterday, which was Thursday. It's going to be out all weekend, the next couple weeks. It's been 30 years since the original Predator, which came out in 1987, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shane Black, Sonny Landrum, Bill Duke, Carl Weathers, so many people, but Jesse the Body. So it's Predator. Everybody knows this movie. It's a great movie. A lot of testosterone, very 80s, just fun movie. And then in, I think 91, the Predator 2 came out. Danny Glover, Bill Paxton, Gary Busey. And it's basically the same idea, except now it's in the urban jungle, which is in futuristic 1997 LA, where there's a heat wave going on and a huge crime with gang wars and police, all that stuff. It's crazy. So that's Predator 2. And then there was this movie called Predators, which involved a bunch of different mercenaries and Yakuza and different human predators, if you were, that get dropped off in this game reserve planet by the predators. And it turns out there's like two types of predators. There's these super big ones called the super predators, and then there's the regular predators that we all know from all the movies. It's a little bit different. It's a lot of throwback to the original, but it was good. I liked it. Then there was two Versus movies with the Aliens franchise, Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator R. They're both not good. They're not great, but they're not that good. The second one, they put an R on it to go back to basics where they should have been in the first place in the first movie, with the Aliens and Predator franchise both being rated R. It was okay, the first one. It was watchable. Second one was so dark you couldn't see anything. I'd like the idea of the wolf predator, which was like this guy that goes and clean up messes, which is funny because that's like in Pulp Fiction, Mr. Wolf. And then there was this Pred Alien, that hybrid of Predator and Alien, which was okay. Kind of cool in concept, but looked kind of silly. But you couldn't see him. It was too dark. A bunch of characters nobody cares about. Yeah, it was just eh. So the other three Predators that are just the Predator with no alien in them are good, in my opinion. So anyway, to celebrate the Predator, what we're going to do is, I got a couple figures here. This one is the masked one, I believe, from GameStop exclusive. These are guys from Diamond Selects. They're the Venomates, so vinyl small mates. So if you see see-through stuff, that's because that's where his blood is. And look, green screen, so it's the same color. So that's pretty cool. He has his mask on, blades out. That's pretty cool. This is basically the same one without any blood and unmasked. Kind of like at the end of the movie. He looks cool. The image they put on the face does look like it. You know, obviously it's one-dimensional because it's just a drawing, but you know, it's got the mandibles and stuff. It's pretty cool. And that wouldn't be complete without Arnold Schwarzenegger himself, Major Dutch Schaefer, who this could be Dutch. And this also could be Matrix from Commando, because you know it works with the makeup and the Commando shoot everybody up. Anyway, so those are pretty cool. Those aren't little bad figures. Like I said, the guy that I got the Nightmare on Elm Street McFarlane batch stuff, he had like old school Predator stuff. Because in the 90s, after Predator 2 came out, there were a bunch of comic books from Dark Horse, figures, just, again, back in the day, this is meant for adults, but here's toys. Yay. Which is awesome. And so, and then when McFarlane did the movie Maniacs, they did a bunch of figures too. I don't have any of those yet, But what I did get was from NECA, or NECA. They just put out The Predator for the new movie. Real toys, Fox, 20th Century Fox, Disney figure. Different versions of him, what he can do, what he looks like. It's empty. Oh, no. That's all right. I got him right here. So I already popped it open just to get through that part because, it's a mess. So what is he like? Well, those of you who can't see it too well, I'll put my light on. There we go. He looks pretty cool. The biomask, that's his cannon up there, his body. I'm going to have closer pictures of what he looks like, of course, up on Instagram, Underground Horror Radio, so you can see a better look with it. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, the shoulder cannon's cool because it actually moves, but I will not mess with it too much because it's such a small and skinny piece, I'm afraid I'll break it. Look, I blurred out. I'm afraid I'll break it, which I don't want to do. This thing costs $30, NECA. So worth it in a sense where it is a nice detailed figure. This is what he looks like in the new movie from all the images I got to see, which weren't much, but I'm excited. This is the Fugitive Predator, not the Predator, not the super big new one they're introducing. One thing I do have to say, and it's not so much a complaint as a little bit of a complaint. Now, he does have extra hands right here, that don't have this, and this also you can put it in the wrist blades, which is cool. And yeah, his fist itself moves, right? Those are fine. But the arm itself, it does not bend. It does not do this. And usually the NECA figures do. My Jasons all do. And especially with the real toys, because they have so much articulation usually, which is why I don't mind spending $30 on it. But this doesn't have that. But other than that, like the knees do bend. You can kind of shape it. They got all these little extra plastic armor on them. I guess from the new movie, is a little bit different design than the original ones, which had more of the skin showing, like him. More of the what he looked like. So that's a little bit different. Other than that, like I said, the head comes off. I want to say also, each dread is its own thing. It's not just one mold where it just sits there and it's hard as a rock. They actually do move. Each dreadlock does move on both heads. Now, he has a second head, which is a pain in the ass to pop on and off. So, like I said, I put them on my shelf. I like to display them. So I try to choose one for a while and then I switch it up. NECA's cool about that, though. Usually their stuff has multiple heads and hands and all that. This is the head. As you can see, hold on, there you go. It has the original type of Predator face, mandibles, and like I said, each of the dreads do pop off. I mean, they don't pop off, but they move on their own. In other words, it's not just a mold like the feet. The feet don't move each toe, but these do move each single strand. I think it's cool. So my final verdict, other than I wish the arms would bend, so that's just me. Otherwise, it seems kind of stiff. And these newer articulation figures, for the price you pay for them, which is $30, is not cheap. Just wish it had a little more, But it's still, other than that, I really can't complain. The mask looks cool. The detail is pretty good. He does kind of move around. He stands up fine. Get him at a good angle, see? Like, he's standing up just fine. So some figures, I don't know if it's because of the weight balance or the way their feet are laid out, it doesn't stand on its own. I had to buy these things to put them on, but anyway, whatever. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So I give it a B for figures. Something out of my wheelhouse. I normally mostly just get the horror stuff, but Predator, in a sense, was like a horror sci-fi movie. Being, in a way, it was like a slasher movie. Each guy was getting an original one, getting picked off one by one. That sounds like a fucking Jason movie to me, except these guys were armed, which makes it more dangerous. The fact that these guys are highly trained, commandos, rescue team, that they're getting killed one by one easily. So I thought that was really cool about the original. And so anyway, yeah, in a way it's like a horror movie, I guess. But yeah, so that's that. Please, again, go on the Facebook, Underground Horror Radio. Check out Podbean, Underground Horror Radio, under Not For Air Media. Don't forget to check out Instagram, which I'll have photos of this guy, better photos than the video. And, we're on YouTube, so check it out. If there's any kind of figure that you'd want me to get and open and check it out, or you think I should try to get, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook or on Instagram, and I'll see if I can find one. They're not always easy, depends on where you go, but I'll find a way to track it down. Anyway, hey, listen, thanks for listening. I hope everybody has a great day, and